Welcome back to another video on Mark. On Friday, Mark was up by 14%, which is really nice, but in the after hours we did fall by a further 3%. And this really has come at the right time for Mark, because you will see one thing is clear. From Monday going into Friday, we have had significant drops. Now Thursday brought us to our lows, which were down here in the 180 range. I'm sure a lot of people were wondering what comes next with Mark, but a gain of about 26 cents, while not too significant, is putting us up and is putting us in a really nice position for next week. So in my opinion, I want to share what I think's going on. If it sounds good, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But do remember, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. This is all just my personal opinion, and with this stock I think it is important to inform you guys it does carry a lot of risk, so be very careful and only invest what you're willing to lose, because it could go down just as quickly as it goes up. But now that I've said that, two more things I want to note. One, you can join the channel by pressing the join button down below. It would help to support these videos. And the second thing that I want to mention is that we're doing a fundraiser for Save the Children. If you can donate anything, you will be helping to make a difference to children's lives, and 100% of the proceeds do go straight to Save the Children. Now that I've mentioned that, we're going to jump into the video and we're going to start off looking at the simple chart and what we've noticed for the past 5 days. So ultimately, Monday is still bringing us down from the big growth that we saw in last week. You will see that we hit highs up here of 449. Now one thing that I want to note before we go any further is that prior to this big rise, we were sat on a price of about 93 cents with this stock. So even in the past 5 days, coming down to $2.11, we still are in a really okay position. But overall, in the past 5 days, Monday saw us stable on a price around $4 before we started to drop towards the end of day. This took us into Tuesday, where we dropped further, coming down to a $2 range now. Wednesday, a little bit more of a drop, taking us, into a similar level at the $2 range, but not really too significant. And again, going into Thursday, we had a further drop, especially towards the very end, which took us down to the 188 range. And Friday came in and it actually brought us some good things for once. You will see we had a big step up, and from there we started to consolidate, which is really nice, and we had a good day overall. Now breaking down this in a bit more detail, you can see how things happened. At open, we were sat on a price around the 185 mark. From there, we fell a little bit lower to the 184 mark. Down here, I do believe it was. And you will see that from that point, we started to spike up, which is very good. And we hit highs over here, which were at the 241 range. Now, from there, we fell a little bit, and this is to be expected after a bit of a sell-off. But there you can see we started to rise up again, which is fantastic. And we hit our second high of the day up here at 236. And then from there, we had a bit of a cool-off. And at the very end of the day, we sold off a bit more. So the end sell-off, I think, is to be understood. Bear in mind it is a Friday, people are going to be taking profits. I'm sure a lot of people were swing trading this stock, perhaps bought in yesterday and made some decent profits today, so fair enough that people did sell on the late part of Friday. But I think really being up by 14% even at the end of day is a really good place to be with this stock, because bear in mind it has been dropping for the past 5 days. I'm sure a lot of people were quite apprehensive to buy it, or wanted to sell it, or just did not know what was going on. And what is going on with this stock is still unclear. It is going to be quite a risky play, and of course it is extremely hard to read, but one thing that we can tell is that we saw some good things for Mark on Friday. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to start off on the 1 month chart to make a bit of a difference, and I want to highlight some things out here. What I'm going to highlight first is the volume that we are seeing for Friday. Volume figure was 73.7 million. This is compared to the prior day, Thursday, at 30 million, and even the day before that at 53 million. So volume for Friday stepped up significantly. And I've been saying this across the field. I've been saying it across BENE, PHUN, DWAC, BKKT. I said it about all of these, and I think it is still the case. We want volume to step up again, because it will show that there is still that interest in the stock, and it will show, of course, that people are buying and potentially push that price up a bit more. Now, this is what we have seen with this stock on Friday, and I think it is a very good thing to see. Again, whether it continues into next week or not is going to be crucial in my eyes, but I think either way, right now, we are in a very good position. Now, a few other things I want to highlight on the past month chart is the fact that we had a bit of trouble today, or rather yesterday, breaking past the $2.50 mark. You will see the wick of this candle right here touching the $2.50 mark, but really it went up there, it came back down, and we did not have to break past it. Going into Monday, what I want to see with this stock is a break past 250. That would be ideal, and it would put us in a new position where we want to be. So ideally, consolidation above 250 would be fantastic at some point in the next week. And again, it is all going to depend on the volume and if people do remain interested in this stock. But one thing that we have been seeing, like I said, is a drop for some time. It is definitely possible that this upward trend could continue, and we could have a bit of a curve like that, bringing us back up. We have seen this on a couple of stocks in the past. And when you look out to the other stocks in this field, field. Yeah, some of them were in the red on Friday for sure, but some of them were also in the green. So we had MARK, which is this stock, of course, finishing up, which is very good. We had BKKT finishing up by 66% towards the end of day. So, a few of the others have been down, DWAC falling by about 7%, and we had PHUN falling by about 10%, and we had BENE falling by 2%. But some of these have also had strong days in the week. So the trend across these stocks does appear to be quite spread out, and it does appear to be quite unpredictable. If I was looking to get into these ones, I would be looking to do a swing trade or even potentially a day trade. For me and my personal investment strategy, I would not be looking to invest in these long term. I just think that more profits could be made in the short to mid term, and that's just the way that I see it. But again, it is going to be very, very hard to read. I would recommend that you do urge with caution, and again, only put in what you're willing to lose. That is the one thing that I would say. But what we're going to do now is have a look at the technical indicators. The RSI for this time period is on 61, which is a little high. It's only 11 points from neutral though, so it's really not too bad overall, but we do want it to calm down a little bit. The trend on the MACD is becoming bearish ultimately. You'll see we had about 4 or 5 red candles down here, and the last 2 of these candles are not too steep, which is a very good sign. It shows that this bearish trend, whilst it is continuing, it isn't becoming any worse, which is a good sign, and we want this to actually go back up into next week. Again, these are becoming a little bit closer together, which is not a good sign. But because we haven't dropped too much today on the candles, I think we are still in a relatively okay position. Now, coming out to the 5-day chart, you will see one thing is clear over here. We have a bit less data, but overall you can see the moving average is on 219, I believe that is, or 210. It's a little bit hard to read, and it's only just above where we are right now. The reason why it is just above is because we have had that little drop at the end of day, which has inevitably caught out our moving average. And again, you would expect that. It's not too bad. Now, the RSI for this time period is on 38. That's a little bit low, but it's not too bad because it is only the 5-day data, and of course it has gone down significantly because we have had that drop at the very last few minutes of session. So overall, not too concerning in my eyes. I think it is still relatively okay. Now, the 1-day data, we can see a moving average of 214, which again is a little bit higher than where we are because of the drop, but not too bad either. The RSI in this time period is actually coming back up to 38. It went a little bit lower than that, so again it is a little bit low, but it's only the 1-day data and it isn't the most inclusive in my opinion. And the MACD for this time period is looking bearish. But where I like to look with this stock is the 1 month, and you will see things are not looking too bad on the 1 month chart. Clearly we went lower into Thursday's session, which is good. It shows that we are making a bit of a recovery. My question is, are we going to see this recovery continue into next week? And I'm sure, guys, only time will tell. Like I said, I want to give a few of my opinions going forwards into next week tomorrow, so make sure to join me for that video. Hopefully I will get the opportunity to put it out for you. So thank you for watching this one. See you all again soon. Goodbye. Thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching. See you soon.